Alright, I'm gonna give my opinion, and a lot of y'all ain't gonna like it, especially you women. The Cyntoia Brown case. She just got clemency. This is about the young lady who Rihanna basically bring the whole case to public eye. This is a thing now where actresses, women, Kim Kardashian, not an actress, I don't even know what she does. She did the same thing, helped set another woman free, went to the president, and, Rihanna bring this case to light, where this woman was 16, depends on what state you're in, if that's a woman or not, but she was 16, went to a man's house who did not sleep with her and robbed him, and she was a prostitute at that time, and went and back to her pimp, who she had ran away to be with, her pimp, and then was coming back to rob this guy again. But the first time she robbed him, she took a gun and shot him in the head while the guy was sleeping. So the man was sleeping. He didn't beat her up or nothing. They weren't fighting. And, she shoots him in the head while he's naked, this guy, while he's naked and sleeping. And now they're about to issue her full clemency. Now, she said she thought he was reaching for a gun, but the guy was asleep. He was 100% asleep. This was a lie. And, you had a lot of outcry from women. That's fine. Women are controlling politics now. They're controlling the courtrooms now. And I mean, this is blatant murder, one, and robbery. First degree. This is premeditated murder. She thought about it and told a lie in court and shoots this guy. And like I said, it all depends on what state you're in. If it's legal to sleep with a 16-year-old or not, especially under different laws, which are the law of consent, law of parental consent. It gets pretty scary when it comes to parental consent, because those numbers are pretty surprisingly low, and they're still in effect. I don't hear women going to these legislators and trying to change these laws, but they want to cry out when this happens to a young lady, even with a parent consenting, which still happens, but they don't try to change the law. And this is what angers me so much. You women, you want to speak out. I'm all for that. Speak out for what you think is right. But don't just speak out and yell and get mad at men and then go and kill men and all this other stuff, wild stuff you do, and claim you're a woman so you can do it. Go to the courts, go to your legislator, go to your governor. You can walk right in to a lot of these political offices. They have open door policies. And you can say this law that states that a girl this young can be married to a man who's 18 and older should be changed. Or this law that states that someone at this age should be allowed to sleep with a man 18 and older without parental consent should be changed. And then you have a big petition, and then a legislator looks at it, then they change the law. There's this huge push with women. Look, I'm all for women protecting themselves, 100%. I am all about that. Protect yourself the best way you can. But some of you are abusing the system. And because a bunch of other women are going to cry loud and spare not, that you're going to get away with it. Let me tell you something about murder. Murder begets murder, for one. And murder is a sin, for two. These people down on earth may be like, oh, forgive you, and you can shoot a man butt naked in the back of the head, lie in a court of law, and get away with it, even though you did serve time. But God ain't dead. You were with a pimp. Look, if you ask me, the girl should be in jail for 50 years. A lot of you are going to write me and hate on me, but I don't care. Because if this was one of my relatives, there's no way I'm going to feel good about this woman walking out of jail. You knew what you were doing. You ran away to be with a pimp. You did that on purpose. And you robbed and shot and killed this man, and then you were coming back to do it again. You knew what you were doing. Look, they putting men, look, my whole thing, I'm a man. So this devalues a man's life. And all you women with this whole feminine push, you know, I can do anything a man can do. No, you can't. No, you can't. I don't need a man. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. A lot of you are angry because you don't have one. And you know why you don't have one? Because you act like you don't need one. And as long as you're going to be this independent, I don't need nobody type of man and be angry, you're going to be angry and alone. Because no man wants to be around that anger. Constantly berating men and telling how they are no good. Men are not second-class citizens. Words of Judge Judy. I say what this governor did was absolutely wrong, but he's a politician. And I used to work in the political field. They go any way the wind blows. They'll break a verbal contract in a minute if enough people speak up and say, hey, this is wrong. Or we just don't like it. But you got these women who are walking out of court after they're doing the same sexual crimes to boys in high school. You got teachers doing the same damn thing with multiple boys all at once in their husbands' beds, and they're walking out of court like nothing happened. And men, we look at you wrong. Morgan Freeman said something, and some woman got on her high horse, and all of a sudden he's in trouble. How many men have we seen gone down and did absolutely nothing? But yet you women can have orgies with high schoolers, 14, 12-year-olds. This is happening right now. And walk out of court, keep your job. You're not a registered sex offender. Yo, you women are, I'm going to tell you what. You women who are righteous, you better stop these women for what they're doing. You women who know that this is wrong, you better start speaking up. Because these women aren't getting away with anything. They're just getting by. I'm telling you right now, there are some souls at stake here. You can't do what you want just because these lawmakers are saying, oh, it's okay. You can go ahead and have, sex outside of your marriage with a 14 and 15-year-old. And in cases, look, Stagger got caught with a 12-year-old on the side of the road at 2 o'clock in the morning and said she was tutoring the boy when her pants was down and his pants was off in the backseat of a car, half cocked on the side of the road. She didn't even have the consciousness to pull all the way over. She pulled halfway on the side of the road in the way, and the police was like, why is there a car sticking out on the road? And found a grown woman and a 12-year-old boy having sex in the back. And it turned out she was a teacher. Yo, I have no love for any of this. If you're going to crack down on men and put them away for 30 years, take away their jobs, totally ruin their lives, just on accusation. None of it's true. These men are losing millions of dollars, everything they have, pension, all of that, and turns out it was a lie. How many football players have we seen going through this? And the woman totally admits, I lied. I wanted to take him down because he was breaking up with me. Happened to that one guy played for the Redskins. Or was it either the Redskins or the 49ers? A lineman. He was breaking up with me, so I wanted to take him down. You women are high as hell if you think that heaven is not taking record of what you're doing. And to you women who are righteous and clear-minded, you better do something about this. Because what you're doing is you're making men angry. And that's a whole nother problem. You're making a possible suitor hate to even be associated with the woman. To hate to be in the presence. To totally disregard anything that has to do with a woman. Do you know what they do with male pedophiles in California? You know what they do to them? Even if they didn't do it, and they get convicted of something, even if they didn't do it, found out later, years long, you didn't do it, you know what happens? They put them in jail, and then when they get out of jail, you know where they have to live? Under a bridge. Tell me how many women who are registered sex offenders are living under a bridge. You women better cut it out. You better cut it short, because you're not getting away with anything, and this woman should be in jail, and that's just the truth. I'm out.